This is Math 122, Homework 2, and I'm going to show you how to do problem 17. Alright, this is a problem where you need to solve the equation, and let's copy it down carefully. 8x subtract 3x minus 5 equals 40. Alright, what makes this problem tough is this minus a binomial in parentheses. Now, order of operations when solving problems is backwards. You take care of anything added or subtracted first, you undo it, and then you undo anything multiplied or divided. In this case, though, I can't start until I get this left side simplified. And in order to simplify it, I actually want to get rid of these parentheses. But to do that, I'm not multiplying the 8x by the 3x minus 5. You see the subtraction sign here? So I'm not going to use the distributive property to multiply. But to take the parentheses off, I need to apply this minus sign to both things inside. The 3x wants to get subtracted from 8x, and so does the minus 5. How do we do that? This minus sign will turn everybody opposite. So 8x, take off the parentheses, I get subtract 3x, subtract a positive 3x. But now I need to subtract a minus 5, opposite of subtraction, and it turns into plus 5. So taking off a pair of parentheses with a minus sign in front of it, think of it as an opposite sign, and do the opposite of positive 3x, or subtract 3x, the opposite of subtract 5, which would be add 5. And then I'm going to bring the other side down, just keep working vertically. Now again, this left side can be simplified more. These two are like terms, same variable to the same power. So I can actually do 8x minus 3x and make it 8 minus 3 is 5x. Subtract the coefficients. Now bring down the rest of the numbers that you haven't operated on yet. Now we're ready to solve. When I'm solving equations, I locate the equal sign and I draw a sort of wall below the equal sign so that I remember as I'm undoing on each side of the equation, this is my wall where I need to do that undo equally on both sides. So, opposite of the order of operation, I get rid of anything added or subtracted first. I look on the busy side. What I want to get rid of is this add 5. I want to undo it by subtracting 5. Now why didn't I choose the 5x? Why didn't I choose to subtract 5x from both sides? Because I can't take 5x away from 40. But I can take 5 away from 40, and so on each side of my wall I do exactly the same thing. Twins. Keep it balanced. Do the same things to both sides. Now draw a line showing, hey, I'm going to give the result of this. These 5's are gone. Add 5, subtract 5, they cancel out. They make 0. We don't write down the 0, it just gets in the way. But we do bring down anything left on this side, and I have a 5x left. I'm going to put my equal sign on this wall, and I do 40 subtract 5 is 35. Now I have 5 times some mystery number equals 35. 5 times what? What mystery number x equals 35? Now in your head you should be able to answer that the x should be 7. 5 times 7 makes 35. There's also an algebraic process that will give us that answer. This is really 5 times x makes 35. And we are undoing when we solve. So how do I undo to get this x alone? How do I undo times 5? I divide by 5. I do the opposite operation. And what I do on one side of this wall, this equal sign, this equation, I have to do the exact same thing on the other side. We show division with a bar in algebra, not with a division sign with the dots. This 5 over 5 makes 1x, or just x. I can cross them out. I got the x alone, and 35 divided by 5 over here is 7. We have our answer. You can always take it back and check it by putting a 7 wherever the x is, and taking your calculator, 8 times 7, subtract parentheses 3 times 7 minus 5, and you should get 40. You can always check these.